Okay. All right. Hopefully this is all happening. Hi everyone. Welcome along. Thank you, Leanne, for making your time. Seeing Friday night, and we're normally doing something on a Friday night. Obviously, this is extraordinary times, and I think just as part of the car club, we just need to be responsible for everyone's well-being. After all, really, that's the most important thing. We love our cars and we love everyone, but we made the decision to cancel the meeting, and we tried to come up with another idea. Kindly, John Tetley, the CEO of Queensland Raceways, said that he was going to be able to come to our meeting and talk to us about what's been going on with QR, with QR and Lakeside. There's lots of things happening at Lakeside. But then when we had to cancel the meeting, we were then going to actually go to Lakeside tonight and sit down and have a chat with John Tetley. This afternoon, John rang and said that he couldn't make it. He's not feeling well, and he was also running late. So best laid plans. So I thought we'd just have a quick chat to you and update you with what we know, which truly isn't all that much going forward, but we've had a fantastic couple of months. Lots of things going on, a brekkie run, and a couple of social get-togethers. There's been a nighttime regularity at QR that Dennis organised, which was quite successful. A lot of new people there. And there was, I think there was another motor racing event. Yes, and then there's another track day tomorrow that Piers Harricks mentioned. He's just finished rebuilding his blue E30 again. And is everything okay there?
Yeah, I'm waving.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Are there any comments or anything that you can see?
Just waving.
Okay, all right. So Piers Harricks is out at QR over the weekend. If anyone is interested, got some time, you can go out there and have a look. The formalities, I think, really, the minutes for the last meeting have gone out. Please check them, have a read. Remember, this is a little extraordinary. Our normal procedures are out the window. So understand that, but don't hesitate to call us, talk to us, email us, write to us, whatever, and we'll let you know. We've got a couple of events scheduled coming up. But again, like anything, who knows? They could happen, they might not happen. Again, drives and lunches. We might look at just doing a drive or something, and waving at each other out the windows, and not doing the public gatherings. But we really just have to play it by ear. One of the big things for me was. Personally, was the Brisbane BMW Flashback February. It was really exciting that Brisbane BMW came to us and asked us if we would support them with a promotion that they decided to run, which was Flashback February. Their idea was to showcase and highlight some of the older models and the older cars and the history of the marque. We put in the Isetta and the E9 Alpina for a week, and then we put in a couple of older M's, M6 and my E36 M3. That first week, when we put the Isetta in, everyone stopped. It is such an amazing little car, and it draws so much attention. The salespeople, everyone, are just stunned to see that little car drive into the showroom and park it up. And apparently during the week it attracted so much attention. There is a young chap by the name of Xavier, who's the product genius, who has his desk right beside the front door. So he surveys everything in the showroom, and he said that he saw two people walking on the footpath outside towards each other and staring in the window, and they walked into each other whilst they were staring at the Isetta. So it certainly, dare I say, turned some heads. And thank you to those guys, and it worked out really well. One of the nice parts was, and you'll excuse me, but Friday night. On the last day, we went to get the cars out, and I noticed there's a chap sitting there, obviously waiting for his car or something, having a cup of coffee. He was reading our membership flyer. So I introduced myself to him, and it turns out he'd just bought himself his first M3, and he enjoys his motorsport and was quite keen in joining the club and participating and having some fun. So that's exactly the sort of thing that we're looking for. But again, apparently according to Brisbane BMW, it was very successful for what they wanted to achieve. And they've said to me that they'll look at probably doing something like that again. But socially, it's been fun. We've had the fish and chip picnic, the lunch for Australia Day, and of course the brekkie run up to the barn at Flaxton. 5th of April, we've got scheduled a drive up into the hinterland behind the Gold Coast. Whether that will happen or not, I'm not too sure. There's been so many things cancelled. It's got to the stage now where we just won't know what's happening. So please bear with us. Looking ahead, I think one of the big things is that in May we'll be having our AGM, and again we will have all positions will become vacant on the committee, and I know there are a couple of people standing down from committee. John Tate rather is in the role of treasurer and drive coordinator. So we're going to be looking for people to help us out with our running of the club. So don't hesitate to give us a shout if you're interested in helping out, participating. And we've also the latest e-newsletter, the Beamer Monthly's gone out. And again, we've got a new advertiser who's I've been on board for a couple of months now, Bremen Motors, up the peninsula. He specialises in BMWs and also BMW coding, electronic. So have a look at the magazine, have a look at his websites, and see if he can help you out. And remember to support the other advertisers. Also, don't hesitate to, if you have good experiences with anyone and you would like to recommend anyone, let us know. We're happy to have people recommend people on the Facebook page, but we do have rules, and the rules are basically that you don't put links on the Facebook page to take you off the Facebook page to those people's websites. We're just trying to value our advertisers and sponsors and give them the privilege of having that space and that privilege to have that sort of facility for them. So, and we're also updating our website, and we're going to change the website on the sponsors page and have a supporters section, where on the supporters section we're going to put, say for example, you might have a good experience with a Bob Jane or something, grab their business card, send it to us, and we'll actually just put the business card on the supporters page. Again, that's the sort of thing that we won't put links there, because if they are a sponsor or an advertiser, we might put links to promote their business. But we do want to acknowledge people, and we do want to spread the information that there are good people out there and services out there that can help us all. With John Tetley from Lakeside, we may be able to go and talk to him tomorrow evening, Saturday evening, and what I intend to do is to just film that interview and edit it down and then put it up onto our various social medias so that everyone can have a look at that. We did do a bit of planning with that today. Greg Timms is going to help me with that. Greg has got a great depth of knowledge in both about Lakeside, QR and motor racing, and he's going to talk to John Tetley about what's happening in that area and what it means for the club and how we can leverage off that and get some more support. So we might just do a little interview, sort of a one-on-one with John Tetley, and then we'll put it up, and everyone can have a look at it. So, Leanne, I'm sorry, I've been rabbiting on. Please, is there anything you'd like to...
No, we're pretty much covering everything, because as with the social, we have to go week by week to see how things are. We do have things in the pipeline, but until we can get some clarification of what we're wanting to do, I know there are a couple of things that people have put up as suggestions and that, but until we're able to lock and load, it's no good sort of putting it out there until we can sort of let people know what we're actually wanting to do. But there is going to be more social. The days are getting a little bit more pleasant, so we're thinking of doing more of a Sunday. If we get together, maybe a barbecue, that type of thing at a particular venue.
I was interested in that comment or that idea that you had about jumpers in July.
Yes, I'm wanting to look more into that. That's jumpers in July, and it actually is on the same weekend as a track day that all of our club members are going to. So I'm wanting to look at accommodation, the actual jumpers in July, which is like a jazz in the main street and everything. So if people aren't normally interested in the track side of things, we can still make it a social visit to Warwick for the weekend. But having said that, people who don't go to the track days, come out to Morgan Park, have a look, see what happens, and you just might see something that you know, grabs your interest.
It's not the sort of thing that you would do is, you know, drive to Morgan Park just to have a look.
That's
but
correct.
But if we can do a weekend away and something interesting, that would be a great idea. And of course, you know, there's nothing like you know, having a weekend away or an overnight somewhere where, you know, we've got plenty of time to sit down and talk to people.
That's right.
And do that. You know, they've been extraordinarily successful in the past, and there's no reason to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly. Yeah, people who want to go for a drive before you get to Warwick are able to do that. People who want to go straight up to Warwick, you can do that. A little bit of a combination of it, but yes, we have had some pretty good times up at Warwick over the years. I just want to get more information that's available for the accommodation because it is the two events. Normally, motorsport, if people go, they either go for the day or for the weekend.
Yes.
But if we do know that this other social part is on there, it is part of an encouragement for people to go and make it a full weekend instead of just the Saturday. So
yes,
that's one thing that we definitely are wanting to do.
Yes, look, we'll just go back to the agenda just to make sure that everything's covered. John Tate did a drive report for the Brekkie Run on the 23rd of February. 38 cars, 60 people, breakfast up at the barn at Flaxton. There were some issues with GPS and Google Maps, but everything was fine. And planning is complete for the Scenic Rim Run lunch at Boona on the 5th of April. Again, that's written in pencil. So we'll see what happens. Treasurer's report. Total funds balance at 10th of March 2020 was $47,000. $47,005. There was a bit of an issue with a lakeside track day. It got washed out and we had to relocate to Willowbank.
Yes.
So there were a number of people, sadly, had to withdraw from the event. So the cost of that blew out a little bit. So, yes. And currently the 2019 audit is in process, as is by our letters of association. So that needs to be done. Apart from that, Dennis isn't here. John Fairman's not here. I know that John, membership wants to have a talk to people. We've had a few issues lately with renewal of membership. There was a situation where there was some automatic payments being made, and they sort of seem to have doubled up. And so please bear with us and just let us know if there's a problem. Happy to sort it out. Happy to refund the money. Don't worry about it. We will sort it out. It's just one of those stumbling points.
The only other thing to mention is once the audit comes back from the auditor and we get the all clear, we've already got the forms for the Office of Fair Trading to do the submission for the annual report. So that's just sitting there waiting for it to for us to get the all clear, and we'll have all of those records to submit, and the club will be on track again for the next year. So,
yes.
all good.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
I think that's about it.
Well,
I'm getting a bit dry, so it's a dry argument.
Well. Yes, my editor, camera person, Susie. But at least now we're sort of we don't have to drive home now, so that's all good. That's right. Look, thank you again, and
keep well.
Remember that it is your club, and please speak up, talk to us, let us know if there's anything we can do to help, and hopefully we'll see you on the road sometime.
Be safe and stay well.
Okay, all right. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.